is David Cruzy, and I came with a message. We are all going to die. Now, I know what you're thinking, this kid's crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, but let me explain. I am talking about asteroids today. Specifically, the government needs to create an asteroid defense program. I've been studying astrophysics for 5 years now. It was my major before I transferred to UW-Whitewater. I've read countless of hours of material. It's my most passionate hobby. I know you're thinking, why should I care? It's some big dumb rock in the sky, but it's a very serious problem, because if one is heading for us, there is nothing that we have planned to do. To understand the relevance of this important topic, I'm going to break this down into 3 easy steps. First of all, what are asteroids? Why should you care? Just to give you some general knowledge of them. Then I'm going to discuss the government's current asteroid defense program and the effect of an impact, what that would do to our world. Lastly, I will conclude with the different solutions that we have available to us, so that way we know that this isn't the end of the world and that we can counteract this. So asteroids are small airless rocks that were formed when the solar system was first created 4.6 billion years ago. These little rocks didn't coagulate into any of the planets that we see on the map. Instead, they congregated mostly in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, and the Kuiper belt, anything outside of Neptune. Now, according to Choi, in his article Asteroids, Formation, Discovery, and Exploration, posted on space.com April 2013, the smallest discovered asteroid is 20 feet in diameter. But some of the largest asteroids can be up to 500 miles in diameter or larger. That's larger than the state of Wisconsin. Now, the asteroid belt, so just between Mars and Jupiter, is said to contain between 1.1 and 1.9 million asteroids larger than 1 kilometer in diameter. So ignoring the Kuiper belt, just the asteroid belt, there are 1.1 million asteroids that could potentially hit us and eradicate us. Now, in total, there are said to be about 150 million asteroids just in the inner solar system. Just 150 million. So these could be 20 feet, these could be 500 miles. They are everywhere. According to an article entitled Sizes for Potentially Dangerous Asteroids, written by an unknown author, but posted on the Smithsonian Astrophysical Observatory in August 2010, we have mapped roughly 10,000 asteroids that get close to Earth. These are the asteroids that get close to Earth. So if you think that we don't have to worry, or that one's never going to hit us, these are just the close ones. If you see, here's Earth. Each one of these blue lines is an asteroid that could potentially intersect with our orbit and collide with us one day. That can be pretty scary. So now I want to talk about the current government asteroid defense plan. Does anybody know what it is? It is not Bruce Willis. There isn't one. In fact, KYAG tends to be the current asteroid defense plan for the government. Does anybody know what KYAG stands for? Kiss your ass goodbye. There isn't a plan. If an asteroid is hurtling at us right now and we see it, enjoy the view, because you only have like 3 days to live. So we need to do something about this. This is a serious hole in our defense that we just have left wide open. Now, obviously, asteroids have hit us before. 50,000 years ago, that's a meteor crater in Arizona. 10 months ago, that's Russia. That meteor was 50 feet in diameter, according to Barry and Kramer's article, Shockwave, posted in the New York Times on February 2013. It was 50 feet in diameter, and it exploded before it hit the ground. And 1,200 people were injured. Now let's talk about the effects of an asteroid strike. According to Payne, in an article entitled Potential Damage from Asteroid and Comet Impacts, and posted in Meteorite magazine in February 2001, if an asteroid bigger than 100 meters impacts Earth, life will be decimated. Now, I did the math on this, and if Earth were the size of a basketball, an asteroid that could potentially wipe out mankind would be the size of a red blood cell. So very small. It doesn't need to be the big asteroid that we see in the movie Armageddon. It can be very small, and we would be wiped out. In addition, of the 10,000 asteroids we have mapped, over 1,000 are bigger than 1 kilometer. So we've only mapped 10,000, and 1,000 of them are big enough to completely destroy us. Now, anything near the impact would be instantly vaporized. No hope of survival. Material is ejected into space, and the rest blocks the sun. So we're talking nuclear winter for decades. In addition, tsunamis and earthquakes and debris then falls down onto the Earth and destroys what's left. So even if something hits the other side of the planet, good luck trying to survive through it. Now, there are solutions available. That's the great thing. According to Harris, in an article entitled 10 Ways to Stop a Killer Asteroid on How Stuff Works, posted November 2013, first and foremost, we need to make sure it's coming. Observation is key here. We need to track these things. We need to find them. That's the first line of defense. Second line, we need to have a way to deal with them. Nukes are, of course, an option, but they can be unreliable. A potential nuke strike could just break up the asteroid and then cause hundreds of smaller ones to rain down on the planet. But it is a possibility. You can also put a satellite into orbit around the asteroid. A satellite orbiting an asteroid would adjust its trajectory ever so slightly, moving it out of harm's way and keeping us safe. You could use a solar sail, and light pressure from the sun would push the solar sail and slow down the asteroid, saving us. You can even use lasers and thrusters. The point is that there are things that we can do. There are solutions. The problem is that the government has no plan to enact any of these. And that's why this is such a scary topic. In conclusion, please spread awareness. Today we talked about information on asteroids. We talked about the government's current plan. We talked about what will happen if an asteroid impacts, and we talked about the different ways that we can survive. So, do me a favor. When you're at Christmas in a few weeks, and you're sitting there and you're about to open presents, just stand up and shout, "We're all gonna die!" And then, when your family looks at you like you're crazy, explain to them that asteroids are coming and that we need to do something. Because by the time that happens, it's gonna be too late.